There's more to Over-the-Rhine than just crime. Hey, it's Brainmuffin back with another beer review you can use. Your beer reviewer extraordinaire, also known as Brian Lape. And today we have Over-the-Rhine Ale by Christian Moerlein. Now this is a brand that many years ago, in the 19th century in particular, was doing more of a German-style beer, the kind that you would normally see, the lagers and things. And it's a brand that's been brought back. What's interesting is I don't think they've actually ever brewed the beer that they did back then. I'm not sure. And man, I'm echoing a lot. So today we have Over-the-Rhine Ale. This is a beer that I think I've had it before, but I've not reviewed it. So let's get cracking. We've got our check-in ready to rock and roll. Not a whole lot of information in here. Used to have some good information there. There's an update to Untappd that I'm not really sure I like. So we have a nice golden ale, decent head, 5.8% alcohol. This amber ale takes you back to 1800s Over-the-Rhine, German neighborhood, and on and on and on about the body. So this is Ohio craft beer, and that's part of what I've been trying to do this month in February and into March, well, probably all the way through March, is get as much Ohio craft beer reviewed as I possibly can. Not just here locally, but anywhere in Ohio, but we're going to start with local. So the head retention is not that great. This glass was rinsed, so we don't have any problem with the soap. And it's got decent bubbles, nice golden. And it's got just kind of a generic ale aroma to it. Now that's interesting. That's it has lager-like aspects. It's like it wants to be a German ale. It's got some nice malt to it. But wow, I mean, that is not bad at all. At 5.8 is a little bit high for what you'd want in a session beer, but you could make this a bit of a session beer and just have just only have 2 or 3 of them over while you're talking. There's nothing really great about this beer. It's kind of just an amber ale. It's got a great color, nice golden, some brown. I mean, that is beautiful color. It's nice and clear. Probably follows the style guide very, very close. I'm going to give this a 3.5 because it is a good beer. Not great, nothing stupendous, but it's nice and clean. It has a malty mid-mouth. It's kind of a little bit there's a hint of hops and a hint of malt on the nose, not a great deal. So it's not really overpowering. It's not a hop bomb by any stretch of the imagination, and it's not a malt bomb. It's just nice and balanced, smooth, very smooth. Even it's a little colder than it should be, and it's really smooth. It's not bitter. It's got a good aroma to it. Let's see if I can swirl this without spilling any. Yeah. See, what I like about it is it's balanced. It slightly leans to the malt. So for someone wanting to get off of, let's say, a Budweiser or some other thing, and they're scared of ales because ales are hoppy or some other such garbage that I hear sometimes, this is actually a nice beer to come over. It's kind of middle of the road on its alcohol content at 5.8%. It's definitely has a nice balance, a little bit more malty, so if you're used to maltier beers or lagers that don't have much bitterness, this would be a good transitional beer. It's definitely a good session type beer where you're just going to sit around and listen to people talk and maybe share some food. You could definitely pair this with almost anything, but I say that with this caveat. I wouldn't do anything sweet, and I wouldn't do anything sour. And here's why I say this. The sour, it is just sweet enough that the sourness may contrast too much. In other words, this is going to taste sweeter and the food's going to taste more sour, unless it's what you're going for. It's not one that's going to really cleanse your palate very well. Like I said, even though it's nice and balanced and it is smooth, it's not a palate cleansing beer. It's going to leave some sweetness behind. And so if you do something sweet, that may actually get too sweet. So I would be in the savory category here. Savory vegetables and meat. So your meat sauces, let's say spaghetti, meatballs, things that have spices and flavor to it, but they're not overpowering. They're just kind of this menagerie of different things mixed in together, and I think this beer would go very well with that. So if you've got even fish and chicken where you've got a blend of spices like Kentucky Fried Chicken or something, 11 herbs and spices or something, Italian dressing, the oil and vinegar Italian dressing, not kind of like a creamy Italian or anything like that, would go well with this, and I think it would be good. All right, there you have it. Have you had this beer? Thanks for clicking like, thanks for subscribing, and hey guys, we'll see you next time. Bye. I need to come over this way more. We really need to get that center spot fixed. So, yeah, that's good. I think lighting there is good. Lighting's good, I just don't know if it's high enough. Let's try it. One of these days we're going to write all these settings down, and we don't have to do this so much. See? I want it over there, but it never works over there. We could shoot this direction. We could stop down F8 maybe. I don't know if it's bright enough in here for F8. All right, let's see if the dogs behave, and let's go. All right, we stopped down to 6.3. I'm hoping that does better. Looks like we've got an update to Untapped. I don't like it. Ellie, hush. Okay, let's get started. Let's do it again. Set.